All right, it's the next morning. Gonna be working on this thing right here. Get it done, get it going. I got the oil. Went to Rural King this morning, picked up all the oil, and I couldn't remember if I had a oil filter, but I do, straight from Johndeere. So I couldn't remember if I picked one up or not, but I did. So this is gonna get a new Johndeere oil filter on it, and we'll get the oil changed in her, and then we'll work on this tire. I got some green slime to put inside the tire to try to coat it up, because I don't know where it's actually leaking from. This stuff here will stop it from leaking, and then we'll just move on. So it's a quick, easy fix. I've got some in the four-wheelers, and it works great. So I've never had any problems with it. So that's what we're going to do. So, but before we get started on us, we've got to unload my pickup truck and feed the chickens, and do a couple other things before we get started on the green machine. So let's get busy. All right, let's fire this RK up. It's a real nice day out today. It's supposed to get up into the 50s. Thursday, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, it was up in the 70s. And we had real bad storms come through that Friday. So today is St. Patty's Day, 17th, March 17th. So those storms moved through. They moved through, when was that? Thursday night. So that would have been the 14th. So we had real bad tornadoes and stuff come through. I think we had 5 or 6 in Ohio that came down real close to here. We got pictures of funnel clouds and tornadoes on the ground. Actually, just not even a mile from the house here. I mean, it was. I videoed a short, and in that short, it's lightning and stuff. Well, that was the same lightning and everything, and clouds that you see there. There was actually a tornado in those clouds on the ground there. Another guy that lives here in the same town that I live in. I don't know him, but I know the family. He had posted it, and he actually caught a tornado while he was videoing. And we were videoing the same thing, except for he's on the other side and I'm on this side of the. I was on the other side of the storm, and he was able to get it to where I wasn't, and I didn't even know it was there. So, yeah. We had one real bad tornado. It hit Russell's Point, which is Indian Lake, Ohio. It pretty much decimated that whole town and the lake. A lot of people live in mobile homes, and they also have a lot of campers up there. People live in the campers. Well, anyhow, the last I heard, there was 3 dead, multiple people injured. They were doing a search through the night, finding people in the rubble. It was very bad. So our hearts and prayers and thoughts go to those people up there, and hopefully everything turns out good for them. So anyway, just wanted to get that out there. It was pretty bad. They said it was they calculated it as an F3. So that was F3. I think it's what, a half mile round or something like that. I think is what it is. But that it went right through pretty much where everybody lived. And it did some major damage up there. So Yeah. Anyway, let's get on here and get this stuff done. Alright, so we went to Rural King this morning. We picked up some stuff here. And we got some water. We're down at the shop and the house. We don't need that right now. What I need is oil. The oil, tire stuff, lawnmowers and tractors. Some more oil. I use the Shell Rotella. I'm using the T4 on the Johndeere. That's what I've always used. Works good. Actually, that's all I use in all of my diesels is Rotella, Shell Rotella. I use the T5. I use the T5 in my pickup here, and I use the T4 in the tractors. The new tractor, the RK, when I changed the oil in that, I actually put T6 in it. I used the synthetic in it, so because it's a brand new engine, and I feel pretty confident in that. And it seems to be doing really well for this tractor, even though they're not calling for the synthetic, but I'm putting it in there anyway. All right. Come back for this dog food later. All right, we're gonna jack this tire up here so we can, I want to rotate it. There we go. It's going up. All right, I want to rotate this tire, get to this valve stem right here, and I'm going to take the valve stem core out of it. Grab my valve stem core tool. Move you guys a little closer here. So this is the valve stem core tool. I'll get in here and take this out. We're gonna let the air out of it, make sure all the air is out of this tire. All right, well, I dropped the valve stem core. That's not a big deal. I've seen where it landed. So we're gonna let all this air out of this tire. It holds air, it just leaks really slow. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Like I said, I had checked it. Didn't really see where it was coming from, so we're gonna let the air out of that, which I think is pretty much out. Now I'm gonna let this tire down some, and I'm gonna let it kind of push the air out of it. Kind of let the tire go down flat. I'm not gonna let it go all the way down, just enough, and I'll stop it right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this slime in it. It's called slime. It helps stop leaks, and it prevents tires, from going flat again. So if something happens to it, it'll help seal it up. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly where it's leaking, but we're going to get this all open and get it ready and prepared, and then we'll show you how we do this. Actually pretty easy. Not a sponsor, by the way, but hey, if Slime wants to sponsor me, I'm good for that too. So, but we're going to show you how it works and get it back up and air it up. And what it does is basically it just coats the inside of the tire, and anything that punctures it, or if it has a previous puncture, it will seal it up. So Let's get this all opened up and ready to go. All right, all the air is out of it. Made sure of that. So now I'm gonna jack it up, and it's gonna start sucking in. Anyhow, you remove the valve stem core out of there, and you take this hose and you attach it to the top of this valve stem, just like that. And then you get this to come off of here, because this is a pump. There it goes. I wasn't supposed to do that. I made a little bit of a mess here. Darn thing came off of there. It's not supposed to do that. Get on there. I don't know what just happened to this one, but it's making a mess, and it ain't supposed to be messy. All right, got it fixed, and you start pumping this in to the tire. This is all you're doing, is pumping this in. I'm going to put a generous amount in here. I'm not going to use it all, but we're going to put a generous amount in it. That's probably going to be plenty right there. And then I'll go ahead and lift this up. Back up off the ground. Just like that. That's all it's to it. That's all you need to do. Get this thing here to where it's kind of rolled up a little bit. Wish it came with a cap to, oh, it did come. So it comes with this little cap right here. And it's actually got a valve stem core remover that comes with it. So you can do these. Set this off to the side for now. Let's retrieve the core that fell down over here. And roll this up. Put the valve stem core back in. Actually, I'm in a raw angle for doing this. There we go. Put that core back in there. Just like that. Come over here and get my air line. And then we're going to add air back to it. Just like this. And we'll fill it up. Quite a bit of air. I think these only hold 25 pounds. I think it's what it calls for, but we'll look on the side of the tire and get the the proper size or the proper PSI of how much this tire is actually supposed to have in it. So it says you're supposed to spin it or drive it. That'll lubricate the inside of the tire so the tire can get a good coat inside there. So I just figured I could roll it and it would do the same thing. So, but I need to find out how much tire pressure this thing is actually supposed to hold, and we'll check it real quick. So, yeah, I'll read it off the side of the tire. Whatever the tire says is what it gets. All right, it says do not exceed 20 pounds, or 25 pounds, or 20 pounds. And I've got about 25 pounds in it. So we're gonna take it down to 20. I checked the other one as well, and it's at 20 now, so I couldn't actually see the tire. It's kind of worn just a little bit more. Perfect. All right. This tire should be good to go. I hope this works, because like I said, it has a very slow leak in it. And so yeah, this should take care of it. All right, good to go. Now we can just let her down. All right, let's move on with the oil change. All right, I laid a big old thing of cardboard down right here. I have a buddy of mine that does construction work, and he gets these big old things of sheets of cardboard. Well, they work out great. So one, I can lay on the ground and not get filthy dirty. The other thing is that I can lay these down when I'm changing the oil, like on this tractor. It keeps the floor halfway decent. And honestly, I keep staining my floor up really bad with diesel oil. Anybody knows anything about diesel oil, it will stain just about everything. So I'm gonna lay it down, so when I open this up, hopefully it goes in the jug I have here and not all over the floor, but if it does, the cardboard to catch it, and I can save my floor from getting more stained. Eventually I would like to basically clean the floor really super good and paint the floor with a high resistant epoxy, so if something gets dropped on it, it doesn't chip it and it seals it up pretty good. So that's down the road. Epoxy's not cheap. So one of these days we'll get it done. All right, I'll get everything set up here. We'll be back. This takes a half-inch drive ratchet. Just goes in the bottom bolt down here, just like that. Big nut. There we go. Pop it loose. Hopefully, I don't get covered in oil. Won't be the first time. Definitely won't be the last, but take this plug out of here. All right, we're getting close. Keep my face up out of the way just in case. There we go. Should have brought a rag down here. Forgot. That's okay. Never do this without making some kind of mess. But it is what it is. It goes with the territory. Okay. Let's get this thing here coming off of there. Ooh, she's a little tight. There we go. As you can tell, it's a Deere filter. That's what we're going to put back on her. Still a little tight. I tighten these things up pretty good because I changed oil on this one other time, and it I thought I had it tight enough, and because of the vibrations and stuff, this dude actually came loose. So I always crank them down pretty good anymore, just to make sure. So I can't have that doing that anymore, that's for sure. Makes a heck of a mess. Not to mention if you're working it, you don't want all that oil coming at you. There we go. All right. And then I'll just put another oil filter back on it. We'll call it good. Then we'll fill her back up. Well, I got the filter for it. And this tractor takes a couple different engines they put in here. They gave me this one here. It's the wrong one. So it's the same size, just the end of it is wrong. So I can't, it won't screw on. So I have to take this back to Deere, and because I want this done today, I will call and get a Wix filter from the auto store, and we will call them and cross-reference it and go get it so I can get this tractor done. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we're back. I got got a Wix filter here. Just went and picked it up. So got us a Wix filter to put on there. These are decent filters. I just need to get a little bit of oil, and I might as well grab some from down here and put on the seal here. There we go. Now we can go ahead and thread this on there. There we go. Get it nice and tight. Like I said, I try to snug it up pretty good. Make sure it don't come off. All right. Now I just need to, let's see here. Put this front cover back on. Nope, I can't put the cover on yet. I still got to put oil in it. Forgot the oil goes in right here. There we go. All right. Put this oil back in it and be good to go. All right, let's get this shower till oil in there. I got a 2.5 gallon jug. I believe that's about all this thing holds. We'll check it periodically here. I'll put about a gallon of it in there and we'll check it. All right, it held exactly 2.5 gallon is what filled it up. Exactly. Which is what I thought it took. Yeah, it took 2.5 gallon. That filled it up. Good deal. I like it when that kind of stuff comes together. Now all I gotta do is just kind of fire it up. Put this over here. I filled it up just a little, just a teeny bit past the full mark. So when I fire this thing up, it goes through the oil filter, and it should be dead on. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Take this cover off the engine, set it down there. All right, let's see how she goes. All right. This thing runs so good, it's not funny. It's a good running tractor. Well, like I said, I'd keep it if I knew that I was going to be able to use it for something, but I really don't have any use for this tractor anymore. So let's see what we got. Should be dead on. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're good. We are good. All right. Good deal. All right. We are good to go. Go over here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this air filter out and take a look at it. The last time I took it out, it was in really good shape still. So I didn't buy one because I figured I'd better look at it before I do anything. But I think it's in really good shape. So we'll pop it out of here in a minute and take a look at it. All right, I'm going to take this off here. But first of all, I'm going to take this side part off. Just like that. Set it down there. And then you pop these just like this. And it should, there we go. Comes right off of there. I don't know. I don't remember taking this front bracket off before. Oh, that's right. I gotta take this rubber off and then lift it up a little bit. I kind of forgot about that. It's been a minute since I've messed with this thing. There we go. Take that off. Take this off. Oh, that's pretty clean still. It's in pretty good shape. Not dirty. The inner one's definitely not dirty. That's in real good shape too. All right, that's good. So I don't have to replace this. Everybody says, well, you're going to sell this thing. Why are you're going to sell it and you're doing all this work to it? Why wouldn't you just send it off and just get rid of it? Well, I can't good consciously sell something knowing that it needs something, or if something's broke on it. It's just one of those things where I just can't physically do it. So I have to I have to clean it up. Make sure things are clean, make sure everything's good on it. Because, you know, if I buy something, I want to be able to take this thing go straight to work with it. And so with me saying that, that's kind of the reason why I want to make sure this is right, because, you know, somebody else is going to want to work with it too. And if I buy something, you know, or they buy something, you know, they're going to want it to run and do good. So I'm kind of, how should I say it, anal about that, I guess I would say. Just really anal about things. So therefore, I want it to be right. And I'm not going to sell somebody something that's junk, I guess I would say. Get this thing to stay there. There's that one. There's that one, and the one on the bottom. Where is it at? I know it's here. There it is. So I'm servicing it because I know it needed serviced. At least the oil changed in it and stuff like that. The hydraulics and everything, that's already been done. So I wasn't really worried about that. Looks like I'm going to have to unplug this and lift it up a little higher. There we go. There we go. Now we can set this back down in here. Like so. Plug this sensor back in. I had to unplug it just so I could get it. It's got its own little air sensor there. Get it back in there where it belongs, which is right there, and put the strap back on. All right, that's good to go. Everything else on this tractor is good. I really don't need to do anything else to it. So I'll call this a done thing here. Well, a done project anyway. Put these covers back on it. And then, which they're really easy. They got two little tabs right here at the bottom. And you just stick them in there, push that up. It's got little pins right here that it lines up with. I really should have remember to grab my glasses because I can't see very well close up. I can see fine far away, but close up, not so much anymore. There's that. That's locked in there. And then all I got to do is this one over here on this side. Same process. Goes in there like that. The battery and stuff like that on this is located right here on this tractor. The battery's in good shape. Actually replaced the battery last year. So either last year or the year before. I can't remember which. I've got it written down somewhere. But it's in good shape. It needed a new battery at the time. So I put it on there. There it goes. And then these lock in there like that. And I did check the coolant in this thing. And she's right on the money. So it's got a little bit of room for it to flex up and down. So, which is what you want. You don't want it completely full or it'll overflow. So yeah, this whole girl's done. She's actually ready to go to work. So, put the inner tube in the tire, got it filled up. It's good. It's not even leaked any down at all. It's holding air, so that's what it's supposed to do. We put green slime in this one because I couldn't find any holes or any leaks in it. So we put green slimes in that. Changed the oil. The fuel filter is not due until probably the middle of the summer. So we didn't need to do that. And the hydraulics fluid and everything has been completely changed in it. And that was all done just last year. Or I should say this past summer. All that stuff was done and it's in good shape. So we don't have to worry about changing that out. I'll even show you how clean it is. We'll walk around here and I'll show you. You can hardly see it on the dipstick, it's so clean. But like I said, I flushed the whole thing out. So let's take a look at it here. I mean, that's clean. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's clean. And it's full. It's right on the money. Right on the money full. So, all good. Now all we got to do is put a seat on it. I'll have to look around on the internet and see what we can find for seats and stuff like that. This tractor does have rear remotes. They're right here. They're all right here. So it's got a set of two, it's got the 2 sets here. So, and they do work. They work good, no problems there. Everything's operated with the joystick up front. And yeah, I think all it really needs now is a good power wash. And this tractor will be good to go. Hopefully it does well at the auction. I probably will put a reserve on it, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm not going to let it go for nothing, because it's, like I said, it's a good tractor. I've had it for quite a few years. However, I've replaced that seat before, but the sun will just tear up a seat in no time flat, especially if it's outside a lot, which this one has been. But yeah, it's all good. So now all I got to do is just basically just drive it around, make sure everything's working right, which it is. All the lights are working. I replaced all the switches in the dash, so they all work. They kind of didn't want to work at the time, but they all work now. All the turn signals and everything work on this thing. This has been a really good tractor. So, but anyway, that kind of ends this one on this tractor here. Hopefully the next thing you'll know is you'll see it going through the auction, and we'll hopefully maybe I can get some video of that and see how that goes for this tractor and everything like that. But the only thing I'll probably do on it next, I might do a small video on it, is when we go to do the seat. Like I said, I got to find a seat for it. Johndeere has them, but they want like $1,800 for a seat for a tractor, for that tractor. The suspension seat, the whole thing, to replace all that. They want, it's like $1,800 for that thing. That's ridiculous for a seat. I'm not going to pay that for a seat. There's a lot of good aftermarket seats out there for this tractor. So I'm going to look around on the aftermarket side of things and see if I can't find something that will work for me in my price range to get this done. Because nobody wants a seat that's all tore up like that one. I know I don't. I don't even like looking at it that way, the way it is, and it's definitely not comfortable to sit on. So I had a few plans for this tractor at one point. I thought about just keeping it, fixing the seat, and up here on the rollover part, get it up there, and I was thinking about putting a canopy on it. Just keep the sun off of you and stuff like that. But the more and more things went, I decided not to do that because of the it's not economical for me to keep. I bought the brand new RK37 hydrostat. It works great. I love it because it's got a cab, it's got heat and air conditioning, and it works really good. For the things that I do around here, that tractor is plenty. This tractor here was just overkill. We don't use it anymore. And if I need to bale, or if I want to get back to baling hay and stuff like that, that tractor there will run a baler. It'll also run I believe it'll run a small hay bind, not a real big one, but it'll run a small hay bind. This one right here, it ran a hay bind, but it was a 10-foot hay bind, and I had enough horsepower for days with that. and it would just go through hay like nobody's business. It went through hay really well. And then, I'd probably get a hay tedder and a rake. And that's all pull behind stuff. The hay tedder, it don't take no horsepower to run those. But if I want to ever get back into hay, that tractor there will do everything that I want it to do, and then some. But yeah, this project is considered done. Like I said, the next time you will see this tractor, you will probably see me replacing the seat on it. And then after that, it will be off to the auction at that point in time. So I will keep you posted on this one. And then we're going to start mowing with the brand new mower, by the way. It had a little bit of a running issue. I just fired it up and let it run. And the longer it ran, the better it got. And I put some fuel additive in it because the fuel that's in it was a little old. So we put some fuel additive in it, cleared it right up. So that thing is ready to go. So I'm hoping here, probably later on today, I'll probably get out there and do some mowing with it, because the grass is starting to, turn green, and it's starting to grow. So we need to get it cleaned up and start making the place look like it's not winter anymore. So, but anyhow, if you like these videos and like my content, please give me a thumbs up, share them with your friends, leave a comment, and ring that bell. That way you'll know when I post new content. We'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.